Here in America, Black women are 3 to 5 times more likely to die during childbirth or due to childbirth-related causes or pregnancy. Black babies are almost 2.5 times more likely to die in their first year of life than white babies. As Atlanta Birth Center, we want to be the forerunners and trailblazers for maternal health care and the landscape of maternal health care changing, not just for our communities, but for all communities. The disparities are so great. And so it's important to us to be a part of making that change and being hope for many women that feel hopeless.
Started doing research about different birth options, and as I dug into that, I started to learn more about the high rates of maternal mortality for African American women, and just the thought that I would be discriminated against while having my child, and that I could possibly die just because of the color of my skin in 2018 was gut-wrenching.
I've had multiple people in my life, friends that have passed away in childbirth, and highly educated, and there's a woman who should still be here. It was a 30-year-old woman who delivered a little girl 5 weeks after I delivered my daughter. And it's somebody I've known for about 15 years. She had just been married for a year. She and her husband were expecting this wonderful experience, and she never left the hospital. And so when you think about stories like that as a Black woman, that's kind of the lens that I go through as I think about childbirthing.
I discovered the birth center. And then I came in for Meet the Midwives, and I knew immediately when I walked in the door, just the energy of the midwives and just the atmosphere, it just felt like I was where I was supposed to be.
I felt like I was listened to. I felt empowered. I tell everybody, if you're going to have a baby and you're low risk, you should have it here.
Every time I walk in the birth center, I feel supported. I feel like a weight is lifted from me, because whatever need that I have, I know I can have it met. And that's the best part about the birth center. It's like a one-stop shop for your needs as a mother, before the baby arrives and after the baby arrives.
I have 5 kids. My youngest was born here at Atlanta Birth Center. When I think about and speak to Black women that look like me, and we talk about our fears, and we talk about the thought, the what ifs. What if I could be one of those 3 and 5 Black women? What if my baby were to be that baby that dies in that first year of life? It's not just a cause to me, it is personal to me. It's near and dear to my heart as a birth worker and doula, as a mom, and as a future, hopefully, grandmother. We've created a birth equity task force, and our focus as a task force is to look at what can we do as a prenatal care practice to be a part of making change for Black women and all women in Atlanta and hopefully beyond. Some of the things that we've started and launched just this year are prenatal health care groups led by Black midwives for Black moms. We've also been able to start mental health groups, support groups, that is, for moms of color. All the groups that we've started are open to the public. This is not just for Atlanta Birth Center moms. This is for Black moms all over the city. And honestly, because they're virtual now, anyone around the world can really join us, because we want this to be a space that is safe and that you find some connection with someone that looks like you. Your donation will help us to continue this important work that we've already begun. In 2021, we have such grand visions and hopes for doing even more in our community and for Black women across this country. Help us make Atlanta Birth Center a place for every woman to just be.